So what does anything have to do with putting sticky signs on balloons? Collecting names and email addresses. Colored chalk. Parking cones. Coffee creamer. Hummus. Water. Hamburgers. Hot dogs. Ketchup. Stage settings. Hey guys, 1 Corinthians 6:12 says, "He who's faithful in a very little thing is faithful also much." And I just want to thank you guys that served with me in putting this For Men Only event together. And I just think that regardless of what role you played, it made an impact. Because I was we were backstage, I think before the event began. It was either Kenny or Mark, and we're with Bill Stern, and Bill's going, "Boy, Dan, I couldn't have done this without you," and I'm pointing to Mark or Ken, and it could be either case, it doesn't matter, we're going down the line here, but and saying, "No, I couldn't do it without these guys, and I couldn't do it without the rest of you guys." And so we're doing kind of the Analyze This movie where Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal are going, "No, you, no, you, no, you." And it's just, that's the beauty of locking arms and doing something for God's kingdom. So no matter what role you played, guys, you played a part. And so maybe you only had one talent from the parable, and you were given that for this responsibility. But whatever, or maybe you will get 5 or 10 the next time. But whatever you did, consider it significant. One of the stories that occurred that now, I think there's about 58 guys that came forward, accepted Christ into their lives, and over 30 of them recommitted their lives. And the one story that stood out to me, and there's many, and I'll hear many more, but the one guy was saying, this young, brawny guy, about 6'4", come up, football player, and they locked eyes. He went right to him, and he shared with him, explained to him what was going on in his life. And this young man, big, tough, rough guy, was bawling his eyes out, because that was the moment. If you listen to John Guest, wonderful wrap up there, talking about the moments that we create. All the things we did for that tailgate, and all the things that you did, the shopping, the sandwiches, the balloons, the parking, the ketchup, all the messes and all the things that we went through, all those contributed to that moment. And so that young man was bawling his eyes out. And then he says, "Well, my dad brought me, and my dad came last year, and he was invited by my uncle who came the previous year." And so then they went down to meet his dad, and his dad was crying because he was saying, this was, and it chokes me up talking about it, but he said, "This is the best day of my life, that my son accepted Christ." So guys, that's the kind of stuff that we're doing. So I just look forward to locking arms with you on future events and things that we're going to do to make an impact in God's kingdom, and that you can fulfill God's destiny for you as men in His kingdom. Thanks so much, guys.